Right, 3 minutes now before we get the UK data on the wires. Then retail sales expected to soften in the month of Feb by 0.4% for the headline month over month, from a gain of 1% last month. The range minus 1.6 to positive 1%. Year over year seen at 3.3 versus 4.2. The range 2 to 4%. 2 to 4%. Ex fuel is seen down 0.4 in the month versus 1.2% gain last month. The range minus 1.7 to positive 1.2. Ex fuel year over year seen at 3.3 versus 4.1. The range 2.1 to 4.2. We'll also get public sector net borrowing data on the wires. It's set to move from a large surplus of nearly 15 billion to zero, says SocGen in its note. Equity news here. Morgan Stanley sheets says US earnings estimates are too high. Morgan Stanley sheets Fed losing the ability to juice the markets.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record.
Minute to the data.
Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I got to up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. I'm trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
10 seconds.
Me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record.
Up 0.4 for headline retail sales. Month over month, 0.2% for ex autos month over month. Year over year headline comes in at 4%, with ex fuel coming in at 3.8%, upward with revisions to last month's as well.
Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I got to up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all.
As a public sector net borrowing that comes in at a deficit of 664 million.
I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record.
PSNB ex banks a deficit of 700 million there from a deficit of 14.1 billion previously. PSNCR comes in at 638 million from revised deficit of 25.42 billion. Draghi in 4 words then says necessary to reduce stock of NPLs and level 3 assets. You got ECB Supervisory Board Chair Enria says that funding market risks are likely to become more material. Banks shouldn't take compressed risk premium for granted. Draghi, low bank profitability in 2018 affects capacity to lend. You've got the commentary from the ONS here. Retail sales continue to bounce back in 3 months of February with strong increases in fuel sales and online shopping. Food growth slowed, however, due to significant fall for supermarkets, especially food and alcohol stores in February, after the sales and promotions seen in January came to an end. Norway's Olsen begins his press conference, says economic growth among trading partners has slowed. And in some bond news, Russia's euro-denominated euro bond now seeing demand at 1.6 billion, over 1.6 billion euros. And their dollar-euro bond seen at over $3 billion in demand.
Tonight we will fight for the right to stay alive, 'cause you know we live for the music. We are breathing love. And tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our life, and we'll always keep on dancing. We are breathing love. We're fighting for love tonight. We're fighting for love tonight. We're fighting for love tonight. Tonight we will fight for the right to stay alive, 'cause you know we live for the music. We are breathing love. And tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our life, and we'll always keep on dancing. We are breathing love.
Next up then we have some Spanish debt. It's coming to market. It's a 3, 10, 20-year line set to market, and followed shortly after by some French debt as well.
We're fighting for love tonight. We're fighting for love tonight. We're fighting for love. Tonight we will fight for the right to stay alive.
Expectations of a Bank of England BOE watch rate hike by December 2019 have fallen to 18% versus 40% earlier this week, says Reuters.
Tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our life, and we'll always keep on dancing. We are breathing love. We're fighting for love tonight.
Just a bit of a preview there on today's supply. Regarding Spain, Danske Bank here says the EGB markets will have to absorb supply from France and Spain. Spain will sell 3, 10 and 20 year. We prefer the 3 and 5 year segment in Spain given the role on this part of the curve. Spain is up for review on tomorrow by S&P. It's currently A- positive outlook. Given the Spanish growth outperformance, Spain is heading for an upgrade. But with the election uncertainties, it is likely that S&P will wait until September before pulling the upgrade trigger. Spain results come through then. Spain sells 1.64 billion of its 2021 paper, cover of 2.06. It also sells with a cover on the 2029 of 1.55. It sells 1.23 billion and sells 610 of the 2040 line, cover on that 1.8. So 3 years is a cover of 2.06. That's weaker than the 3.25. Cover on the 10-year comes in at 1.55, stronger than 1.14 seen last time round. And on the longer line, cover of 1.8 is below previous 2.05. Again, it sells some 3.5 billion nearly of the between the 3 and 4 billion target.
Sorry about it, testing. I will stop the live stream and restart it in a second.